Oh, folks, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Scenes. This one's going to be behind the scenes camping. And we are taking you out to DuBois, Pennsylvania. We're going to be camping for a couple days at Treasure Lake KOA campground. So we'll give you a review of that in this episode. Show you our setup for the week. And some sights around DuBois. Why are we going out to DuBois, Pennsylvania? Because College Small School World Series is out there, and my daughter's playing in it actually. So bring you some sights and sounds from that as well while we're out there. But we're in a car, we're on the way, and we're gonna make a nice little trip here and spend a couple days out in DuBois, the campground, and see you around, see what we get, see what comes up, see what kind of fun we capture, and go from there. So stay with us and enjoy the show. Traveling here, one thing I really always enjoy when I'm traveling some of these places we go to is the scenery. Driving through some of these little areas of any state, especially Pennsylvania, but any state, small little towns, communities, these little and a lot of older style homes. We just drove through one now. Next time we go through one, we're gonna get some shots of what we're driving through. But just the culture around here is you go from everything from automotives to horse and buggies to wide variety of things, and then the scenery itself, seeing the state and everything like that, and then seeing through the hills, the mountains, the forests, everything you're going through. It's really nice to look at, and it's quiet and it's peaceful, and you're not always doing highway driving when you're traveling. Sometimes, we haven't been on a highway. Actually, we haven't been on a highway since we left where we dropped my daughter off at her school. It's been all back roads the whole way, and you know what? Not complaining. No traffic. It's peaceful. We just enjoy ourselves. We turn up the music a little bit, and we just have fun, and we just go and drive. And that's always the nice part about these trips. Is these trips, we get to do these, when we do trips like camping, we do the news and we bring behind the scenes as we do news coverage, and they're always, that's boom, high intensity. We're getting there, we're getting the shots, we're getting everything we need. And if we do any news coverage out here in the areas that we don't get too much, great. But just the traveling sometimes, my daughter's place, they're playing softball. She plays travel softball. She's played high school softball. Now she's playing college softball. And just to travel sometimes it's nice. It's pleasant. It's peaceful. It's enjoyable. People are like, oh, you travel. You're gone forever. You're driving so far, and you're right. I mean, I'm driving 3 hours today up to DuBois from her school, and that was 2.5 hours from our home to her school. And the only reason we drove to her school was because she's done. Her semester's done. They're home on break now. But because they made the Small School World Series, they still got their commitment to the school, to the sport, to the program for another week. But we moved her out of her dorm the other day, so she's home. So we had to take her back down to meet the team, to get on the team bus, and then whatnot. But yeah, but here's one of these little communities right here. We're driving through one right now. Spin the camera around here. As you can see, nice little community. You got your homes, your older homes. There's a small little church. You know, people are just kind of out and about, and you know, just it's a nice. It's just these are these one street towns. Yeah, they have more than one street, but you get the feel for it going down the one street just through the main drag. A lot of history, so it's really nice. Bring it back in a bit, probably when we get closer to our destination for the day, unless we come across something we want to show you. All right, folks, welcome back. We are in Du Bois. We finally got here. So now we're heading to the
continue on Pennsylvania 255 north for 3 miles.
The directions here. We're heading to the campground. It says check-in's at 1 o'clock. We're early. We're definitely running early and stuff like that. But we got some weather in the area. And one thing I don't like doing is setting up a tent in the rain. We do tent camp. We're not camper camping. We're tent camping. So it's I really would like to have it set up before we get too much rain. We already had a nice little downpour. So I'm hoping I can get over there and they can let me in early. I'm hoping. So, but one thing I found out is the campground is behind a gated community. Was within a gated community actually, a HOA gated community or something like that. And the one entrance I went into, when I'm trying to go the one way, and yeah, you need a passcode. It's not a manned gate. So I had to come all the way back down, and now I'm going around the other way in, which is actually the address they say on the website to use as an entrance. So I probably should have just done that to begin with. But yeah, besides the point. So we're heading over there now to the campsite. Hopefully we can get in and get set up a little early. It's not terribly early, but hoping for the best. So, but that's where we stand at this point. Actually, we're gonna stop real quick. I'm passing the Walmart I wanted to go to anyway because I gotta go pick some stuff up. So we're gonna stop at the Walmart and go get some. Pick up some few things from here, and then we'll go to the campground. Walmart first, then campsite. So yeah, look at that. Kills a little more time so that we can get closer to the time that we're supposed to be able to arrive at. So. But anyway, real quick, here's a picture of the, it's a historic B&O train tower. Took a quick snapshot of it. I don't think the rail lines here are too active.
Turn right onto Midway Drive.
But if they are, we're going to try to get some shots of maybe some train activity if we can. But I don't know how active they are. We got a lot of time to kill this weekend. Today's not a game day for them, for the girls. Tomorrow they play one game. If they win it, they play one game on Tuesday. If they lose it, they play one game on Tuesday. And then win or lose that game, depending on what the situation is already at that point, will depend on if they move on or if they go home. So it's we're kind of banking on how they do as to how long we're here for. So, but anyway, pulling up to the Walmart. We're gonna go in. I go pick up a few things real quick, and then we'll head over to the campground. Bring it back when we get over to the campground. Alright, so we just went through the gate where security is. Apparently that's the way we have to access, so at least I know that for the future. Now we're making our way back to the campground. The campground that's about 7 miles down the road. Thought it was gonna be a little closer, but it's not. But hey, it is what it is. I hear good things about KOA campground, so hopefully this is this will be nice and everything like that. A little further than we expect, a little bit more of a drive than I was expecting, but hey, we'll see. But as you can see here from the view here as we're driving through, it's a pretty densely wooded area, and it's pretty nice looking so far. So, but yeah, it's a little community. So, just see how this goes. It's kind of like a HOA community, and there's a lot of things around here. Like there's a golf course here. Actually, we're passing the golf course right now. So So they have golf courses. You know, it's a big piece of land. At some point there's a lake. I don't know where the lake is, but when we find it, we'll show it to you. But yeah, it's residential homes. The campground's out here somewhere. There's 2 lakes. I understand. If I understand right, when I looked it up, there's 2 lakes. And then so right now we're passing all the golf course area. So apparently these are PGA rated golf courses, so they're pretty good. Which is a good thing. But we're just kind of following the signs of the campgrounds. You can see some of the resident homes here. Really nice homes. Just following the signs as you go to the campground. I don't know if I want to live in a HOA, like myself, but you know, some people like it. When we get to the campground here, I'll bring it back, guys, back in a little bit. There's lake. That's a big lake. That's a nice lake. That's Treasure Lake right there. Little marina, set for boats in the water. Still a little cold to be in the water, I think. But yeah. Looks like somebody's down working on their boat right now. Alright, so we're here. I just gotta figure out where we can check in at. Looks like the check-in is over here. So, alright, so we're gonna go check in and then we'll figure out where we're gonna be and start getting camp set up, hopefully. Alright, so we're gonna go over here with the tent. I said they said if it was too wet, they'd move us, but I don't think it's too wet. Doesn't feel wet at all, honestly. Nice gravel pad here. So, sort of make sure I'm not accidentally setting my tent up on somebody else's gravel spot, that's all. Doesn't look like it, so yeah, good spacious area too. Nice, plenty of room. It's only our second time setting this up for actual camping. Third or fourth time setting it up, but it's the second trip with it. I'm all by myself this time, so I don't have my son with me. The poles for the nature hike are pretty nice, pretty solid. So I tell you right now, this seems like a fairly quiet campground, which is nice. I like quiet. This is a relaxing trip for me. Get to go watch softball. Not have to worry about much of anything. I do want to enjoy doing camping and photography, so that's nice. This pool's not for what we're working on right now. So the whole point of it coming in early is we knew there is a chance for weather out there today. We already hit some rain earlier, which is why they said about the site, if it's not dry enough, they'll move us. Again, it feels perfectly fine. I'm not really worried about it. But I want to get the tent set up before any more weather rolls in, because it's not a tent that has a fly on it right away. It has a screen. So if it rains, before we get the fly on, the inside of the tent is going to get wet, and the rest of my week is going to suck. So we're just beating the weather. Anyway, I'm gonna shut the camera off for a little bit. You can see pretty much what's going on. I'm gonna get the tent set up and then I'll bring us back. So as you can see, we have the tent set up, chairs in place. There's our cot, a living space, our little buddy heater, our electric heater, in case we run out of propane. We're probably gonna need it at night because it's probably gonna get cold. So we have electric heater. We do have power on site. Plus we have our jackery, and then we have our little buddy heater. So we're working on getting some stuff set up. I'm working on getting everything into the tent, so that we have it in there. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, usually when I'm camping, I got my son with me, so I'm not doing this all myself. But it's okay. We have our site set up for the week. A little breezy today. If the tent's set up, it's not going anywhere. Stayed down pretty good. We got some firewood. Maybe see if we can find some other walking around, and go from there. But right now we're just kind of walking around here. Looks like the restroom facilities are fairly close to the site, so we're going to walk down to it and make the decision later if I'm going to walk or drive back. Go again. But the shower rooms are right down here. We don't really have too many guests. We have 2 other tent sites that are being used, looks like. I think it's the same family, same grouping. So a few campers out here. So yeah, it's we're pretty set up. We're good to go. Got our fire ring. You know, nice facility, nice place. You know, first day, but I didn't have any issues driving stuff into the ground, setting up or anything like that. So I'm happy with that. So we're gonna go see how nice, if they have decent facilities here or so-so facilities. You know, campgrounds you can hit or miss. But yeah, that's where we are. You can see this is what it looks like. It's pretty wide open. They have some permanent structures up there, some with campers. So But yeah, again, it doesn't look like it's that far of a walk to the washroom here. There's another one way out there, and then all the traffic, I believe, is two-way traffic. I don't see anything except for one way. So it looks like it's all two-way traffic, which is nice. So, all right, well, we'll be back. Hey, folks, welcome back. So, I left you. Camp was set up. We were pretty much had everything set up. I took a little break, slept a little bit. My sports good. I don't sleep a whole lot sometimes. So I took a little nap here, and then we're having dinner. And I'll tell you right now, I like to do things very, very, very simple when I'm camping. Super simple. I watch camping videos all the time, and these guys are making like 3-course meals. They're doing steaks. They're going all out. No. Simple. We got hot dogs, and we got bologna and cheese sandwiches. That's it. That's all I need camping. Seriously, that's all I need. It's all I want. You know, this is so I like coming out here for camp. It's very relaxing, and I'm not gonna stress over cooking myself a huge meal. Very simple, very easy, very down to earth. So yeah, bologna and cheese sandwich on a roll. I got hot dogs. Having the bologna and cheese tonight since it's been setup day and kind of doing stuff, and you know, I had a pizza from Sheetz earlier anyway, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, but that's where we are at this point. So I'm sitting inside the tent, inside our vestibule area, enjoying myself a couple sandwiches. And I'm probably gonna go down to Du Bois into the city in a little bit at some point here, because I'm gonna go check out the softball, baseball home run derby. Excuse me, the home run derby. And then they got fireworks display, so I'll take shoot some pictures and videos of fireworks. And yeah, that'll be where I stand for the night. Then I'll come back here, and once I come back here for the night, then probably bed down, honestly. I mean, I don't think I'm going to do a campfire night. I might. I don't know. There's a lot of wood all over the place. I mean, I'm not overly worried about wood. I'm definitely going to go scavenge a little bit, pick up some wood, get that stuff, so I have it for tomorrow night, if I want it for tomorrow night. But yeah, I might come back and do a campfire. A small one. Nothing big. Yeah, weather right now, was expecting bad weather. I got beautiful weather. Looks like everything's firing east of my location, southeast, so we're good there. So that's where we stand. That's where we are. I always figured I'd give you a quick update here, and just moving along for a trip. So definitely enjoyable. The only issue so far I have this with the campground. Supposed to have electric at the sites. Electric does not work at this site. I called them, left a message, said, hey, the electric's not working at the site. Guy gets back to me right away. They have maintenance come tomorrow, take a look at it, because in the meantime, you can move sites. I'm like, I'm not moving sites. I'm completely staked out up here. I'm set up. I'm 100% ready to go roll. I'm not worrying about it too much. I said, I got a pretty long extension cord. Do you mind if I try to pull power off another site? You know, are they going to be used, or kind of see if I can pull power off of them? Just because I have an electric heater in case it gets cold tonight, which is supposed to. He's like, absolutely not. Do what you got to do. If you need to pull from another site, pull from another site if you can reach it. Perfect. So that's the game plan. We're going to try to see if we can run our cord up to another site, pull the electric from there at least for tonight until they can get our box fixed tomorrow. So that's where we stand. Again, so far so good. KOA, Treasure Lake. Nothing bad. I mean, hey, things happen with the electric and shit like that. You're making good on it. You're gonna fix it. So I have nothing bad to say right now. So nice and quiet. I like it so far. Catch you later. It's pretty sunny out here. We are on our way to the home run derby. So we're gonna go visit our daughter, my daughter. We're gonna go visit my daughter, and we're gonna go to the home run derby. And then they got fireworks display afterwards. So I'm not sure if we're gonna stay at the field for the fireworks, or if I'm gonna go somewhere else and put the drone up to get the fireworks. Haven't decided yet. Not sure. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, either way,
In half a mile, turn
You're gonna
right
see
onto
fireworks.
South 3rd Street.
so, but we're almost over to the fields. We're going to one of the baseball fields. That's where the home run derby is. They put a short fence up for softball, and they have the full length fence for baseball. But yeah, that's where we're going to be. It's called Showers Field. A nice complex. They got beautiful complexes out here. When we go to the softball tomorrow, we'll make sure we give you show you the field, Heidel Field, where they play softball. It's a beautiful facility. It's all turf, everything like that. So yeah. So anyway, we're on our way there, and we'll bring you some images from the home run derby and this fireworks display before heading back to the campsite for the night.
Number 3. Come on, Rachel. Hey, Rachel,
Well, folks, you can see the fireworks are going off behind me here. Let's go wrap up our first night for the trip here for the behind the scenes. So, first night's done. Fireworks going off. We'll go back. Maybe we'll have a campfire. Might just go to bed. Folks, here we're back at the campsite. So yeah, fireworks display. I don't know if you could hear anything I said there, but I was saying good night to everybody. Was saying, hey, we're gonna end up with the fireworks here, but we decided to get back to camp. So, back at camp, we're inside tent. As you can see, this tent, I know we've shared this before, but plenty of room here to stand up in this tent comfortably. We got our lights going. So, nighttime out. We got our string lights here that powered by the Jackery. And then we have our new camping light over here. That's kind of sitting in the vestibule area. And yeah, it's cold out. It is cold out tonight. And this is a 4-season tent. Again, we had the ability for the stove jack that, unfortunately, our hot stove that we ordered did not come with all the parts. So we had to return it. So, but next best thing, we have 2 things. We have a little buddy heater, and we also have an electric heater. So we use the little buddy heater now, and we gotta make sure we have ventilation going, which we do. Its tent is ventilated. We have vents in the front there, and so it's not. Hopefully, it's not going to hold the carbon monoxide levels too much. But even this does produce carbon monoxide, so we got to be careful with it. But there we go. So we got the little buddy heater going, and I'm going to push this up to high because, again, it's cold. So we're going to try to warm this tent here. But we have it on our table, so produce some heat, get it warmed up in the tent, and then we'll probably switch to the electric one for the rest of the night. We do have our electric situation fixed that we had an issue with. We had to run the cord to another site, but we got the permission from the campground to do so. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So got the heat going, warm the place up, warm the tent up a little bit, and then go from there. But yeah, so but that's what we're doing. So probably gonna call it a night. We'll be back with these in the morning. We're gonna got a little bit of work to do, and then we're gonna go to bed, and then yeah, we'll be back in the morning. So tomorrow's softball day. Tomorrow we'll go watch some softball games, and then enjoy our time camping. So, unless for some reason we have to get up in the middle of the night to go somewhere, we will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Well, good morning. It's cold. So our little buddy heater died at some point in the middle of the night. I don't know when. Bringing out propane, which I fear is going to. Kept the temp warm until that point, and then we went to the electric, and the electric did okay. It's not enough output on the electric to keep things super warm, so it is what it is. But we're up this morning. Sun's coming up behind us here, and then I started to get a small fire going. Nothing big, nothing fancy, just a down and dirty small fire to use to warm up the body for a little bit this morning before we head out for the day. So we don't want to do anything big because we're not going to be here long this morning. We'll be heading down into town for games at some point here, but we used our fire starter and a bunch of wood that we found in the campground to get this going. Again, just a heat producer. That's all this is this morning, just producing heat. Get warm, get the body warmed up a little bit before we head out for the day. But yeah, so I see it's starting to little fire. Just threw a bunch of stuff on. We had to clean out the fire pit first. This was all in the fire pit. It was full of leaves. Obviously, you can tell these tent sites aren't used much here, but that's fine. I mean, people don't do tent camping a lot, especially this time of year. It's when it's still cold out, it's rough. So in tent camping, it is, but I don't mind it. I enjoy it. So to get the cold weather, okay, it's great. Have a little fire, warm up, have some breakfast, and then we'll go on, and then we'll do our day. Go in town. Got some softball games, so it'll be a nice day today. Sun's coming up. Hopefully warms up a little bit, so we're not sitting in the stadium, the field's cold all day. But then we're having our fire tonight. We have enough wood to a good fire tonight. Once we get back, and then go from there. But yeah, just a quick update though. Morning time, sun's coming up. Here we go, starting the new day.
Take a sharp right onto Buckle Cut Loop.
Well,
Then
folks,
continue straight onto Cayman Landing. Continue straight onto Cayman Landing, Dolphin Head Road.
Heading out.
Continue on Cayman Landing for half a mile.
Heading to the softball fields. Get ready to go over for today's games. Looks like we're looking at going out a different way from the campgrounds today. Directions are taking us a different direction here, probably out the back entrance. We can leave on the back exit, we just can't come in on the back exit. So we gotta go in the main entrance when we come into the campgrounds to get through security, get through the gated areas and for here. But yeah, but we can leave out the back exits. So it looks like that's where we're heading us here. So here's a little overhead. We took some drone shots this morning of the camping area. We wanted to get to the lake. The lake was actually further away than I thought it was flying wise, so we couldn't do that. But here's an overlook of the campground. You can see it's actually quite full. I did not realize there was that many people actually here right now. But yeah, there's quite a few campers here. I don't know how many of them are camping right now compared to how many are stay.
Take your next right onto Lansing Road.
They never leave. Some of them are definitely here permanently. They have actual structures built in them and stuff like that and whatnot. So
turn right onto Lansing Road.
They're here.
Then you'll
all the
take your
time.
first left onto Port-au-Prince Road.
Yeah, it's actually campground is fairly full of people. So
head toward Rudder Lane.
Anywho, we're on the way to some softball action. Our game's at noon today. First game for softball is our game. Number 4 seed, we're playing the number 5 seed. then winner moves on to the winner's bracket tomorrow.
Take your next left onto Barren Rock Road.
Loser goes on to the loser's bracket tomorrow. So either way, we're here till tomorrow. Tomorrow being Tuesday for people that you're
Turn left onto Barren Rock Road. Then you'll take your first left onto Carville Road.
But yeah, so we're just cruising along here, just going out to check out. Like I said, we're gonna
turn left onto Carville Road.
Head over to the games, and then the campgrounds are very nice though. You know, very nice campground. Like I said, there's quite a few people who are here on a permanent basis. And when I say permanent basis, they don't live here like 24/7, but their trailers don't leave. Their trailers are here all the time, and this is where they camp.
Take your next left onto Cayman Landing.
This is where they do all their camping at. So their trailers, their campers have decks built onto them.
Turn left onto Cayman Landing.
There are actually some trailers that have. There's actually some trailers here that have like actual buildings.
Head toward Lansing Road, then turn right onto Buckle Cut Loop. Turn right onto Buckle Cut Loop. Then you'll take your first left toward Cayman Landing.
So the directions here are kind of running us all over the place through the campground here. So we're just kind of we're gonna getting out of here. So yeah, directions are kind of. It told me to turn right, and there was no right turns. We ended up going left and did a big circle. So now we're heading back towards our campsite, and once we get back towards our campsite, that's gonna get us out of here. We'll go back out the way we usually been going out and coming in the last couple yesterday. So no big deal there. Sometimes when you get into like campground situations and stuff like that, or situations where like a lot of different turns and whatnot, the GPS can get a little confused. So it's all it is. But we're back on the right track, and we are heading out of here, and then we're heading to where we need to go. But it was a nice little tour of the campground, though. We got to look around it a little bit while we're driving around, but you know, as we're driving it, you're seeing it overhead.
Go past Dolphin Head Road and take a slight right onto Lansing Road.
As we were driving it, so yeah.
Take a slight right onto Lansing Road.
So we're heading get over to the softball fields. We'll show you a little bit around the softball fields. Nice facilities. Yesterday the home run derby was out of one of the baseball fields. Like I said, they did a short fence for softball and then the full length for baseball. Not a lot of baseballs were flying out of the park yesterday for the home run derby, but softball softball put on a pretty good show. There's a short fence. When the first round ended, the girl from my daughter's school, Monalto, was in third place, and she went on a tear in round 2, and she ended up taking the whole thing. So she won the home run derby. So the girl who went on a tear in the first round only hit 1 home run in the second round. So hey, things can change all the time. So you know, we don't have to face that team today. That's good. But that's where we stand. So we're heading out of here now, and then on the way to the fields, and we'll bring it back when we get to the fields for some softball action. We're not going to record the whole game, but we'll show you a little bit of it, and we'll show you the fields. Tonight, we get back to the campground later on. We're definitely gonna have a campfire tonight. Could potentially be our last night here. Don't know yet. But we will say it was cold. Definitely cold last night. So, and it's supposed to be just as cold tonight. But we slept pretty good. I'm not gonna complain. All right. See you back in a bit. Where is the lake? That's Treasure Lake right there.
Head southeast, then make a U-turn. Make a U-turn, then turn right onto Treasure Lake Road.
Somebody just launched a boat into the water today.
Continue straight onto Bay Road. Continue on Bay Road for 1.5 miles.
Alright folks, here we are at the fields. The Rose and Dennis Heidel Memorial Fields in DuBois, Pennsylvania. Again, we said it's a very wonderful, beautiful complex for softball, athletic softball, high school, college, rec, they all play here. But this is the outside. And this waterfall outside. Also a waterfall on the inside of the field still. So we go in, we got our tickets, we go in here. They're warming up. Games for like not an hour and a half or something like that, or another hour for game time. But we go in and walk around, show you a little bit of the field, and get ready. Let's go and go check out some of the boys' action. The boys are playing right now. Their game started already. So yeah, here we are. Game day. This is the field. Water fountains on it, right? This is the bleacher area. Well, folks, welcome back. So, yeah, we spent the day down at the softball fields, watched a couple games. Unfortunately, our team lost, but we still played them. We still played the next day. So now we're back, and we are enjoying a nice campfire. We got a bit of wood to burn. Not sure if we're going to be checking out tomorrow or checking out Wednesday. It all depends on how the girls' softball team plays tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, you're going to find out. I mean, we'll be back before you know, but you'll find out in this as this video proceeds how we did and where we stand. But got my light out here and got our fire going and got myself a nice little beverage for this evening, and we're gonna get nice and warm. Try to get nice and warm from the fire, and then we'll hook our little buddy heater up and stuff for later on. It's supposed to get downright cold tonight. We're actually in a freeze warning, so where we thought, hey, we're getting into that warm weather camping. No, not tonight. No warm weather tonight at all. We have a freeze warning for night. Supposed to drop below freezing. So we're gonna have our heater, or our little buddy heater going, and we'll have our electric heater going. But we'll do everything we can to keep warm. But that's how it's gonna be for tonight. So, but in the meantime, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna enjoy this fire and enjoy a drink and enjoy the evening. So, got some time to kill for going to sleep. It's still a little early, so we're just enjoy ourselves for the night. If I don't come bring it back before we go to sleep, we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, folks. It's the next morning. I know I left you guys last night. We were going to bed. Woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning. It was a little cold. The little buddy heater, his propane finally ran out. Bundled up a little bit more, and it made it through the rest of the night with the electric heater. But right now, we're stopping down at the check-in for the campground to explain to them the situation for today. Basic situation is when we stay another night, lose, we go home. So it's kind of where we're sitting. So we're checking in with them real quick, let them know what's going on. But no matter what, we'll be checking out late So we're just going to make sure that's not going to be an issue, which I don't think it's going to be. They told me on check-in it wasn't going to be, but we're going to make sure and double check now. So with that, we're going to do that, and we're going to be off to the fields. We're running a little early today. We might go down, see if we can get some shots of some stuff downtown real quick. But yeah, that's kind of where we sit. So we'll be back. We're going to go check in with these guys here, and then we'll be back. So we just checked out. Well, not checked out. We just checked in with them to let them know what's going on for the day. So basically it comes out like this. If they win today, we are staying another night. If they lose, we are checking out and going home. But the checkout at the site is 1 o'clock. Our game starts at 12. So we definitely won't be checking out at 1 o'clock. If they lose, we'll be checking out more like 2 or 3 o'clock, somewhere around there. So I just want to make sure there wasn't be any issues. We weren't going to charge extra. We're in a 10 site. Ain't nobody else using 10 sites right now. So we're good to go, and everything's fine with that. So with that, we are off to down to go ahead into Du Bois City to kill some time, and then go watch some softball again for the day. So yesterday was a tough day with the USCAs for the top seeds, because out of the 4 top seeds, only one of them won. So thankfully that one won, because we would have been playing them. I really didn't feel like playing a top seed team. So instead we're playing the bottom seeded team, who lost convincingly. But still could go either way. It's national championships, things can go any way. Every team here is decent, so that's where we stand. That's where we are. But so far it's been a good trip. Again, campground staff has been very accommodating, very friendly. We only had one issue with the site, and it was very quickly rectified. So the only interesting part would be is if we ended up staying the extra day, we could get some weather, but that's besides the point. But we'll see what happens with that if we get there. In the meantime, we are off to down to the city and down to the fields. So back a little bit later. Have a good one. We'll be back a little bit later to let you know what's going on. Whether our day is, our time here is done, or if we're gonna be here a little bit longer. Hey folks, welcome back. So girls won their game, so we're extending our stay one night. They gave us a nice discount on it, so hey, I'll take it. Problem is I gotta find some firewood. We're gonna make a small fire, make some lunch, probably go over with the team. Then we're going over with the team probably for dinner, watch some more games. Let's see, but I need to make some lunch. I need to find some wood, and I need to find some wood for tonight too. So we are doing a little bit of scavenging, checking out see if we can find some stuff here in the woods right nearby. We've been getting lucky so far, so we're just gonna keep it going here. And got a bunch of small stuff. I'm looking for a little bit of big stuff. Dead stuff. It's all dead. Everything we're taking is down. It's nothing up. It's all stuff down on the ground, dead. Some of it's a little wet, but what you gotta do sometimes. So we're gonna go while we do this, and then we'll be back. So see, we got ourselves a fire going, and we're cooking hot dogs on the fire. Hot dogs, the old-fashioned way, putting a stick through them. Come on so far. It's a pretty quick and efficient way of doing it. So it's a quick, efficient way of cooking hot dogs on an open fire. The old-fashioned way when camping. And that's number 2. 2 dogs down. Gonna eat those first. We eat those 2 hot dogs first we made. You know, hey, you know what? They look pretty good. See, right there. You know, open fire dogs. Making them on open fire. It's the way to do it. I enjoy doing it that way. So, we got our campfire going, a little campfire going here. We eat our hot dogs. And then we'll head back into town. And then we'll be back at some point. I'll bring you back somewhere along the journey. And you'll see what we're up to. But yeah, that's where we lie. That's where we sit. That's how things are going here in out in DuBois. Just live to play another day. So, here we go. Well, welcome back. All right, so we're back from the fields for the day. We know who we're playing the next day of a field of playing. So now we're in here, back at the campground. Another campfire. We do some cooking here in a little bit. Tonight's dinner right here. Lasagna and meat sauce from Mountain House Adventure Meals. These things are great. We've had these before. These things are great. So, and they never expire. I just looked at the expiration date just because we've had this for a little while. Best by April of 2053. I think we're well within that range. So that's gonna be our dinner night. So we had, you know, kept things very, very basic for this trip. You know, cooking out some hot dogs. We had, you know, 1 bologna and cheese sandwiches from the cooler for lunches. We went out one time with my daughter's team for dinner, so that was, you know, that. They're back at the hotel. They're getting pizza tonight or something like that. So we're back at the campground. We got our lasagna and meat sauce, and I had it before. Excellent food. So we stopped at a local store on the way up here, picked up some water because I don't think the water they have here is potable. So we picked up a bottle of water that we can do up. So what we're doing right now is we have a fire going, and gonna let this, got a small fire going right now, and we're gonna let it burn down so that we can use the hot coals and stuff to boil the water. And then so we'll boil the water on the heat from this fire. And then we got all the wood we scavenged earlier this afternoon, that we can do a nice campfire tonight before heading out. Tomorrow, the girls' team has to win 3 games to move on to Thursday. Tomorrow we went our Wednesday games. You know, I know you guys you're seeing this video past all this, but they got to win 3 games to move on to the next day. And they're calling for some weather tomorrow, some possible severe weather. So our plan is this. We're going to get up in the morning, we're going to break camp, and we're going to head to the field. We'll have everything packed away in the car. I'll go back down to the field, and that way if they don't win all 3 games, I'm already ready to go, and I don't have to worry about breaking down the tent or anything in storms. If we get the heavy rain, if we get rain in the morning, well, then we'll be breaking it down in rain in the morning. But right now we're kind of hoping we can avoid breaking camp in the weather. If they win, we'll probably have to come reset up camp, or maybe just do a hotel one night. Yeah, well, that's safe. But they got to get through 3 games before we even worry about that. So, you know, I'd love to see them do it. I would love to see them do it and pull it off. But, you know, it's going to be tough teams. So, unfortunately, we got the most games to play tomorrow to get through everything, to win everything. So, with that said, let's fire go, get the water going. I'll bring it back in a few minutes while we cook it up the meal. I'll show you what it looks like once it's all done. Moving on. So, another night here at the campground. KOA. You know what? I've said nothing but nice things about this place so far. They have a nice wooded area behind here that we were able to scavenge wood out of today. That was nice, so we didn't have to go worry about buying firewood or anything like that. But the staff here has been great. They're very accepting, very accommodating to a softball parent's life, where we don't know from one day to, I mean, we if they would have lost their game today, we were checking out today. We're done. We wouldn't be having this fire right now or this meal or anything like that. So, very accommodating. The campground staff here has been great. Treasure Lake, KOA Treasure Lake. If you're in the DuBois area and you need a place to stay, KOA Treasure Lake, if you like camping, highly recommend it. So, but with that said, we'll come back in a few minutes when we start doing the cooking, and we'll go from there. All right, folks. So here we go. We got that down to a nice cold there. So we're gonna go over and we're gonna boil our water. And once we have our water boiled, we're add it to the bag, and then once we have that done, we'll be able to cook our food. So kind of moving the light around here, but yeah. So this is where we go. Put this right on here, right on the coals, nice and warm. Get that nice and hot there. Get that water boiling. So, being in fact, I used to be a firefighter. I got fire gloves, so I'll be able to grab it without burning my hands. That'll be a nice thing. But so we're gonna boil that up. And once that's boiled up, we move on to the next step. Be right back. So. I hit the wrong button there. So here we are. Boiling water. Pour it in here. Just enough to cover it all. Okay. Then we seal it up. Sealing it up here. And we wait. It's generally like, let's see, what is it? 5 minutes? Okay, so 5 minutes. Wait 5 minutes, and then we can eat it. So that's what it is. That's how it works. Boil the water, heat it, do it, 5 minutes, boom, ready to go. So, meantime, while that's doing that, I'm going to restoke the fire here and get it going again. So we have a nice campfire for the night. We have plenty of wood. I went and found a lot of wood today, so we got plenty of wood to burn tonight. And it's the last night here. So, most likely the last night. Probably the last night here. Even if we move on, I won't be here tomorrow night. So, it's the last night here. So here we go. We're going to get a good fire going for our last night. Alright, so that's it. 5 minutes gone by. Still waiting for the fire to get going a little bit here, but the meal is done. And we're going to show you right here. There it is. Lasagna with meat sauce. That just looks good. Not everybody's going to think so, but I think it looks good. So we're just going to mix it up a little bit. Good stuff right there. Go enjoy this, and we'll be back. As the night draws to an end, we got a nice campfire going here. And we're going to enjoy ourselves with this campfire. Got some Dr. Pepper. No alcohol. And yeah, so that's where we want to stand. Watch some shows we watch on the iPad. And enjoy this fire while it lasts. And after that, we head into bed. So, threw a bunch of wood on there. Kicked it up pretty good here. May have threw a little too much on there. Nah, never too much. It's a nice night out. It's moist, ground moist. You know, fire danger for wildfires in this area is very low right now. So no burn bans in place. We're able to have this nice campfire within the campfire ring and just enjoy ourselves and enjoy the last night at the campground. So morning we'll break down everything, pack everything up in the car, and head out to the fields for some more softball. And hopefully we can avoid some weather. We'll see how that works out. Looks like there's some stuff on the radar right now, actually, that's coming in tonight. So if we get any weather, we'll bring you back. But if not, we're just going to end it with this. Nice shot. Wish everybody a good night. See you in the morning.
Is like the kind my nana was buried in.
Well, you said the weather is supposed to come tomorrow. It looks like the weather's coming now. See our radar here. It's approaching. We got some heavy rains coming our way. Moving at a pretty good clip. So we moved inside the tent. We still have it open. We still have the one door open. Keep an eye on our fire. It's pretty much burned down for the most part. It's just smoldering. But I'm not going to sleep yet, so I don't feel like, you know, I don't like leaving the fire unattended. So we're sitting in the tent watching the fire. If once the rain hits, it'll be an event anyway. But yeah, that's where we stand right now. We're just sitting in here, keeping an eye on the fire, but we're inside our tent because the rain's coming. Should be here soon. Well, it started to rain, so we're see how this tent holds up in the rain. I know we've seen other reviews out there that it holds up very well in the rain, but we're sitting here with it raining out a little bit, just around midnight. Found a new show on YouTube called Code Red. Never heard of it. It's a firefighter show. If you used to be a firefighter, kind of interested in it, so we're gonna watch it. At least watch an episode, and then probably go to bed for the night. So we gotta get up in the morning and break camp and make sure everybody's softball fields by noontime. So yeah, we gotta get stuff done in the morning. Hopefully it won't be raining still when we go to do that, so we don't tear down in the rain. But you know, if it is, it is. But yeah, so rain started. Sounds like it's tapering off a little bit. We'll bring it back if it gets a little heavier. Kind of gives you some idea of what the capabilities of this tent is. Well, good morning, everybody. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. A little earlier than what I wanted to wake up. I was planning on waking up at like 9, but I've actually been awake for a little bit now because it's been raining steadily all morning so far outside. And looks like I got a little break in the action. So we're going to run down to the wash house real quick, and then I'm going to come back and start breaking down camp while I have a break in the action. That way I can hopefully, I mean, it's not going to be dry, but we can get it broken down and not get soaking wet, because after that it looks like there's more rain coming. Kind of was debating on not breaking it down because I don't know if the games are going to get in today. But they do play on a turf field, so as long as there's no thunder and lightning, we should be good. And as long as the rain's not here super heavy, we should be good. So right now, light rain the way it is right now, I think we're okay. But we have to see. Let's see how this works out. But like I said, right now I'm walking down. I'll go back to the campsite after I go for a quick walk here, and then we'll break everything down and hopefully get out of here before heavier rain hits. If it's not raining too bad, we'll show you the breakdown. If it is, we're just gonna get it done down and dirty, get it broken down, because again, don't want to be out in the rain. All right, we're back at the tent. So we had some break in the action. So again, like we said, we checked the radar again. Breaking the action coming up with the rain. So we're gonna take the opportunity to get everything broken down. Already started working on some stuff on the inside. The tent, we're gonna get this done as quickly as we can here. We'll get the inside of the tent taken care of as quickly as we can, and then we'll move to get everything transferred over to the car. And then the last thing we're going to do is break down the tent itself. We're going to get everything done, transfer it over to the car, all the stuff that goes in the car into the car, and then we'll break down the tent itself. So yeah, that's where we are right now. Just trying to get it done. Because I don't know when it's going to start raining again. Like I said, I don't want to be taking this down in the rain if I can avoid it. I mean, it's already wet. It's going to be wet when I pack it up. We have to find a place when I get home later on to air it out. But I don't want to get soaked while I'm trying to take this down. So we're gonna do as quick as a takedown as we can here. We're gonna get everything packed up in here, put away to where it goes, and then transfer it all over the car as quickly as we can, and then get the tent taken down, hopefully before it starts raining again. So we're gonna probably not record anything for the rest of the time while we're doing this, just because I want to get it done. We'll bring you back after we're done. Once we have everything down, we'll bring you back and then wrap it up. All right, we're back in a look. All right, folks, we are out of here. So we just checked out. So here's they got to play 3 games today to move on. If they move on, I find somewhere to sleep for the night, I guess. The dude did say to me when I checked out, he's like, "Hey, great having you." I told him it was a great place. I loved it. Very nice, quiet, peaceful, everything like that. He did tell me that if they win and move on to tomorrow, they'll come back and they'll take care of me. I ain't sending a wet tent on. So I mean, unless they take care of me is give me a really good deal on one of those cabins they have there. Probably just gonna crash in the car for the night if they win. Find something cheap. Cabins are $140 a night for the smallest ones they have. Really is not bad, honestly. $140 a night. Shower, bathrooms, air conditioning, heat. If you don't want to, if you're out of glamp to camp, that's good for you. At $140 a night, that's retrospective, same as a hotel almost. So, well, yeah, we're gonna head down into town, kill some time in the rain, see what happens with these games, and then I'll go from there. Hopefully we get them in. It's absolutely pouring out right now. So as long as there's no lightning and thunder, they can technically play on the turf in the rain. But you start getting heavier rain like it is right now, and prolonged rain like it is right now, you're talking about player safety and everything like that, even on turf. So I'm not sure what they're going to do here, what the game plan is or anything like that. So we move on, see what happens, and go from there. Like again, if the tent held up great in the rain, by the way. We had pretty much rain all night, overnight, into this morning. So I got the break in the action where I was able to break it down. While I was breaking it down, it started raining again, and it's gotten progressively heavier since then. I'm kind of glad I broke it down. But yeah, so I mean, the tent held up great, no leaks, nothing like that. Everything was good. So yeah, I mean, I definitely used this tent twice now out and about. Would recommend it. Held the heat fairly well in the little buddy heater. Not so much the electric heater. I don't think it's just the electric heater couldn't keep up with the space. But with the little buddy heater, that it held the heat very well, the little buddy heater. I think next time if I gotta do something like this with cold weather, I'm gonna bring a bigger tank. Just bring a 5-pound tank with me and run the adapter to the outside, and there you go. But yeah, so one last time we're leaving Treasure Lake here. I want to scope something out real quick. They have a rescue boat here. I'm just really fucking curious. Let's go one thing out real quick. They have a rescue boat here, and I'm really curious as if it's a fire department boat or if it's just a Treasure Lake rescue boat. And it is. It's Treasure Lake security on the side of that boat. Little dinghy. I ain't going out there to drain it out. I'll take a picture and I'll show it to you real quick. But yeah, it says Treasure Lake security on the side of it. So their security has a rescue boat for the lake. That's great. So, alright, well, if we do anything else, we'll update you. If not, we'll talk to you later. So have a good one. Well, folks, welcome back. As you see in some of this video I just shot here, we're getting a pretty good storm here in DuBois. But as our day here is done, season's over, trip's over, we'll be heading back home, and that's it. So, I'm going to enjoy this thunderstorm, and with that being said, catch you later in the next episode of Behind the Scenes.